Hello, hello, beautiful people. This is Coach Lucretia Hayes Reno, and I am coming to you today to talk about one of the seven Hermetic principles. In fact, it is often considered principle number five, and that is the principle or the law of rhythm. I want to explain a little bit more about it and show you how it can assist in your awakening, your spiritual development, and also in general success in your life, especially with manifesting and things of that nature. Now, first of all, before we get into it, I want to read a small quote from the Kabbalion, and it says, "Everything flows out and in. Everything has tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates." Now, that is a very, very powerful bit of writing. And so, for some of you, you're like, okay, what does that have to do with me? Well, I'm here to tell you that it has everything to do with you. Because just like right now, I'm going through a law of rhythm. You know, a baby goes to sleep, then a baby wakes up, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Okay, so rhythm affects everything. It affects your finances, it affects your family, it affects your health, it affects everything. So if you don't understand how the law of rhythm work, then you'll be at a disadvantage because you'll never be exempt from the law of rhythm, but you can master it so that your life can be more successful. How do I do that? Well, first of all, you got to understand that everything is either growing or dying. Okay, everything is affected. Everything in the macrocosm and everything in the microcosm, everything is affected by it. So let's just say you have all these years of health, okay? Then, of course, one of these days you catch a cold, you do this, you do that. When you understand that things swing back and forth, it even affects your emotions, okay? You stop freaking out, you stop losing control because you just understand. Look at the stock market. That's a perfect example. It rises and it does well, then it plummets. And then, it rises again and then it plummets. Civilizations rise to a place where people at that time, living during that time, can't imagine it ever falling. Look at the Persian Empire. Look at the Roman Empire. People think it will never fall, but then it falls, it crashes. So that is life, okay? That will always be in existence as long as this universe is in existence. So how can you master it? Well, what you do is, number one, you control your emotions as things shift, because this is what you got to understand. If truly rhythm is a law, and of course it is, because it affects everything, even the birth and death cycle, everything. So if it's a law, then that law is not prejudice. That law is going to work all the time. And so we don't have to freak out. We can understand then that it is a divine plan. It's not a chaotic thing. It is a very orderly thing so that we can track it. We can understand it. It has signs. It has timing. All of these things are in place so you understand. And I'll tell you the perfect story in the Bible that backs it up. The story of Joseph when he went off to Egypt, and the dream came and he was able to tell Pharaoh that you're going to have 7 years of plenty, but that's going to be followed up by 7 years of famine. Notice that is the same number on the right side of the pendulum as it is on the left side of the pendulum, because the pendulum swings with equal amount of force on either side. It doesn't stay to the right and it doesn't stay to the left. It stays in motion, because everything, that's the law of vibration, everything is always in motion. There is no such thing as still, really. So when you understand this, then you also have to understand that you can work with the rhythm. What did Joseph do? Perfect story. During the time of plenty, he put together a plan to save so that when the years of famine came, they would be prepared. He put together a plan so that not only would they eat well, it would be just like there was no famine, because they put up instead of wasting. Same thing with your finances. If most of you knew that you were going to have 10 good years of your life, but it was going to be followed by 10 bad years, then during the 10 good years, you would put up enough to last you during 10 bad years, or you would make plans, some kind of plan, so that you would be able to survive the 10 bad years, the 10 lean years. You understand what I'm saying? So that is the law of rhythm. Another aspect of it is this. Let's just say everything in your life is going wonderful, okay? And then you catch a cold, or then you find out the doctors try to give you some horrible diagnosis. Well, you understand that good, bad, that's how we look at it. We judge certain things as good, certain things as bad, but we have to be able to elevate beyond that. But that's a whole nother video. So good, bad, it's gonna keep swinging. So when you realize that this too shall pass, that's another good scripture in the Bible, then you're able to overcome all of the things that seek to hinder you, that seek to distract you. I hope this has really blessed you guys. I want you guys to understand that vibration, everything is in motion, but it's not in chaotic motion. It's in very orderly motion. God is always in control. And if you know this and you trust this, and you begin to put the laws of the universe in action in your life, you begin to master it, you begin to identify what's going on, you become aware. Then when you're aware, you're also empowered. Okay. And I hope that you guys be very successful. Go visit my website, LaCretiaHayes.com. And also I have a blog at awakeningvibes.blogspot.com. And be sure to subscribe on YouTube for more great videos. Have a great day.